Hey, good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today, man? How are you guys doing today? This is Gregory Wilds coming live to you from Houston, Texas, with this inspirational morning talk, man. I've been on for about 2 weeks, but I'm here. I'm here today with another little inspirational session, guys. Hope everyone having a great Friday, TGIF. But we got another little inspirational morning talk today. For first time listeners, I'm usually come on now. I just come on randomly. I don't have a set time, but I'm just gonna drop some wisdom as I come on. But today what we're gonna look at is belief versus faith. Belief versus faith. Is believing and faith the same thing? Is believing and faith the same thing? Because sometimes we can get a little bit confused if they're the same or not. So let's break it down today. Let's take a quick look at today and see if it can explain it and see if it can make some sense, right? First of all, believing. Christine, good morning. Osmond Smith, good morning. Thanks you guys for joining. Hope both of you guys are doing well. Yeah, so first of all, we're looking at believing versus faith. Are they the same, right? So let's break it down and see if we can make some sense of it. Believe, right? First, you have to believe, and then the faith follows, right? Faith follows, right? So you got to believe first. And you cannot have faith without believing. You can't have faith without believing, right? So right there is a little bit of difference so we can see how this is being used, right? And whatever you believing, that's what your faith is going to follow. Whatever you believe, that's what you're going to put your faith behind, right? And believing is what opened the door to faith. Believing is what opened the door. Keep the door open to faith. You can believe and don't exercise your faith, but believing is what opened the door to faith, right, guys? So we want to jump out the gates and make that clear. So let's look at the passage here and see how this is being used and see if it can explain it a little more. Let's look at Matthew 9, 27 through 31. Right? Matthew 9, 27 through 31. But before we go on to Matthew 9, 27 through 31, let me see if I could explain this in today's terms. Let's say you go to the doctor, right? Trying to explain this belief and the faith deal. Let's say you go to the doctor. You got some type of sickness and it warrant taking antibiotics. One a day for 3 weeks, whatever the prescription is, right? So you get the antibiotics. You believe it is antibiotics. You believe that's a real doctor you've been to. You know he's certified. You have no question about that. And you believe this is antibiotics. You used them before. It's the same packaging, same thing. You have no doubt this is antibiotics. But you might not want to put your faith in that for healing. You might like, you know what? I'm using these pills. I'm going to try other things. You're going to try your herbs. You go to the bush doctor. You go herbal doctor. You get all of this. You do all your natural remedies. And it did not work. Right? Because you believe that those were antibiotics, I could now convince you and say, okay, you try a bunch of stuff. It did not work. How about giving these antibiotics a shot now? You try everything else. How about giving them a shot? Now I have a better chance of convincing that person or asking them to give those pills a shot because they believe it was antibiotics and they believe that's a real doctor and they believe it's antibiotics. Now let's flip the script. If they don't think that was antibiotics, if they got some suspicion, I don't think these pills are real antibiotics. I don't think the doctor knows what he's saying. You don't believe. It's harder for me to get that person to take those pills. They may never take that pills. But you see, the one who believe it with antibiotics, they may try other stuff because they don't want to take pills and all of that. But I got an easier job to convince them if to try everything else to give those pills a shot. They're more likely to take it. Last resort, there's all I can take it. But if the person who do not believe, I can't get them to take it because they do not believe it's antibiotics. So they're not going to put the faith behind something they don't believe in. Right? I say that to say this now. So let's go to Matthew 9, 27 through 31. Matthew 9, 27 through 31. This is when Jesus healed two blind men. Jesus healed two blind men, right? As Jesus went on from there, two blind men followed him, calling out, "Have mercy on us, son of David." When he had gone indoors, the blind men came to him, and he asked them, "Do you believe that I am able to do this?" So you see the first question Jesus asking them before he performed the miracle. Do you believe that I can do this? You got to get out of the way, because I said, believe is opening the door for faith to follow, to get your breakthrough, get your healing, get what it is you're praying for. You got to believe first. So Jesus asked them the very important question. See how we separate these two here. Do you believe that I can do this? Do you believe it? They reply, "Yes, Lord," they reply. So let's see how the story goes on after he cleared that they believe. They said they believe. Now we can see how we can do this miracle, right? Then he touched their eyes and said, "According to your faith, let it be done." So you see, the believing got to come first. Then he said, "According to your faith." Now, you know I can do it, just like the antibiotics. You know the antibiotics got the ability to cure you, but are you willing to put your faith behind it to take it to cure you? So now Jesus is saying, you know I can do it. You say you believe that I can do it. Let me see if you can put your faith now behind what you believe to get your healing. So he said, according to your faith. It's not according to if I can do it or not. According to your faith, how much you're going to put your faith behind me, will you say you believe in, to get your healing? So he said, according to your faith. So if they didn't have the amount of faith, then they wouldn't have to get the healing. So he said, according to your faith, right? According to your faith, let it be done to you. And their sight was restored. So this tells me they had put the faith. They truly believed Jesus can do this, and they were willing to put their faith behind him, touching them and healing them, right? So you see, the belief come first, then the faith. Jesus can always make sure he cleared the way, because he know he can't do anything if we don't believe, right? I'm going somewhere. So that's why Romans 10:17 say, so then faith come by hearing, and hearing the word of God. So you could believe in Jesus Christ. A lot of people do. A lot of, well, we said believers or Christians, they believe in Jesus. They believe he's the Son of God. They believe in the Trinity. Why are we not getting our breakthrough? We're not putting the faith behind him to do the things he said he can do. The situation you're in right now. The situation you're in right now. I don't know what it is for people. Everybody's different. Could be financial situation. Could be a job situation. Could be a sickness. Could be family problems. Could be anything. You know you're a Christian. I know you believe in God. Now you're willing to put your faith behind the word to get your breakthrough from your situation. Are you willing to put your faith? Because God make a lot of promises in the Bible. I can tell you he is good for all of those promises. But are you willing to put your faith behind it and know what faith is said? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. If you're looking for the job, you're willing to put your faith and said, I know, God, you're going to provide this for me. Without a doubt, I'm going to be working in a few days. Without a doubt. That's what faith is, right? The substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. What he's saying, you could believe in me, but you have to develop the level of faith now to activate, to get your breakthrough. He said, so how you get that faith now is by hearing. If you want the faith in my word to get the stuff that I'm promising, you got to continuously hear my word. So now what it's saying, if you're in a situation for finances, you want to break through in whatever your sickness, he said, continue hearing my word. Continue looking at all the miracles that I perform. Continue reading it. Continue staying there. You got to hear my word. And as you hear my word, your faith is going to build. Your faith is going to build. Your faith is going to keep building. He said that's how you get it, by hearing his word. And then you're going to come to the point when your faith is at that level to put it behind what you're believing in. But it's not going to happen just because you believe right away. Now you got to exercise the faith and keep hearing his word till you build up your faith. It's like the gym. It's like you're going to the gym. You believe you can go to the gym and you can lose the weight or, get a nice looking body and be trim and all that. You believe that and you join the gym membership. But it's done there the first day once you get the membership. You don't get the nice body that you're looking for. You don't lose the weight. You got to continuously go into the gym and keep working and working and working. You're getting a little bit stronger, losing a little bit of weight, little bit of weight, till after a while you get down to ideal weight. You get the ideal body you're looking for. For the men, get back the six pack. The girls get the nice. But you got to continuously go in and work. And the membership alone is not going to get you there. So that's what this belief. The membership is like you believe. I believe if I go to the gym, I can lose the weight. Now you got to put the faith behind it. Go every day to the gym, or 3 times a week, 2 times a week, whatever, and do it. So that's what he's saying. You want this faith. You believe in me. That's fine. You try everything else, just like the pill example. You try everything else, and you got to come right back to me because you believe. Now we can do something, right? So that's what that's going to Mark 9:21 through 24 and see what I say. This is when this man, the son, had this demon, and he carried to the disciples, and the disciples couldn't take it out. And then he would take him to Jesus, right? So I can pick it up after he take him to Jesus. So he asked this when he already took him to Jesus. Jesus asking him now. So he asks his father, this is Jesus asking the father, how long has this been happening to him? And he said, from childhood, and often he has thrown him both into the fire and into the water to destroy him. But if you can do anything, have compassion on us and help us. So this man saying, this demon and this guy is throwing him in the fire and the water. But Jesus, if you can do anything to help us, your disciples couldn't do nothing. If you can do anything to help us, have compassion on us. Let's see how Jesus replies. So Jesus said this, if you can believe, this is the King James Version, if you can believe, all things are possible to whom we believe. You see what Jesus is saying? All things are possible to him who believes. He ain't saying you're going to get what you want right away, but just by believing. But he said it is possible. It is possible. That's what we're saying. Belief is the doorway to getting what you want. But faith got to follow. So he's saying, once you believe it's possible, the possibility exists, you can get what you want if you put the faith behind it now. Right? All things are possible for those who believe. So you got to start by believing, then putting the faith behind it. So are belief and faith the same? No, they're not. There's 2 different things. Belief comes behind faith. And then it's what you believe in. You could believe in a whole lot of other stuff other than Christ. But just know, whatever you believe in, that's what your faith is going to follow. That's where your faith is going to follow, right? So if you want Christ, you got to believe in it, and then your faith can follow that. If you believe in something else, that's where your faith is going to follow. All right, guys? So I can just leave that there. Just try to get a clear understanding of that. So we could go out now and know just by believing in Jesus, believing he's the Son of God is not enough. Now we got to put faith behind that. To trust him, like how these blind men trust him to heal them, saying, yeah, I believe, and I know you can heal me. Just go ahead and touch me. And once you know you touch me, I'm good. And we got to have the kind of faith into the things that we believe in for and we praying for. All right? So, guys, have a great, great weekend, and I can try and be more regular and give some more inspiration, man. You guys have a great, great day, guys. Okay, bye.